sending greetings to the entire Georgetown University class of 2024, and special love to
our daughter, Nicolette Carrier.
Hey, Chris, congratulations for an amazing journey through Georgetown. We're so proud and love you so much.
Congratulations, class of 2024! Go Hoya!
Congratulations, Lucas.
Wish you all the luck and happiness in the world for your future.
So happy for you, Anella. Look at that. That was 4 years ago when you got the acceptance to Georgetown, and now you graduating. Yeah!
Congratulations, Carrie. I love you to the moon and back, and we couldn't be prouder of you.
Hi, Devin. We wish you nothing but the best in all of your future endeavors, and congratulations. We are so proud of you. Hoya Saxa.
Congratulations, Georgetown class of 2024. As a class of 21 grad, I know you're both excited and relieved that all that hard work is behind you. Hoya Saxa.
Gregory and the class of 2024, we wish you all the best in doing your part to make the world a better place.
Congrats, class of 2024! Woo! Congratulations, Anella!
Congratulations! Happy graduation!
Congratulations, Stacy!
Girl, you did it, and you did it all. We are so thrilled of the time you had on the Hill. This is exactly the place you were meant to be.
Hi, Christopher. I'm here in England, and I'm so sorry I couldn't be at your graduation. You're an amazing brother, and I'm so proud of you.
Charlotte, we are incredibly proud of you and everything you've been able to accomplish. Congratulations on your graduation.
We love you so much.
Congratulations, Dana. We love you. Yeah!
Congratulations, Anella! ¡Felicidades, Abril!
Estamos súper orgullosos de ti.
Quiero ser como tú cuando sea grande.
Y felicidades a todos los latinos de Class of 2024. Woo!
Hey, Anella Ramos. All the way from Hawaii, we wanted to wish you and congratulations. We love you.
Congratulations to the class of 2024 on your incredible achievement. Your dedication and hard work have definitely paid off. Hoya Saxa 2024.
Congratulations on your graduation, Kelsey. We are so proud of you.
Hoya Saxa forever.
From the great state of Mississippi, congratulations to the Georgetown class of 2024.
We love you, Allison.
Hoya Saxa.
Congratulations, Olivier Yamamoto.
We are so proud of your achievements at your dream school. You've made your mark on Georgetown. Now go out and make this world a better place.
Congratulations, Sophie Byrne, on your graduation from Georgetown. We're so happy for you.
Hi, Congratulations on your achievement.
We're so proud of you, and we can't wait to see what you do in the future.
Congratulations,
baby.
Congratulations, Sophie. We are very proud of you. Hoya Saxa.
Congratulations, class of 2024.
Congratulations to all of the 2024 Georgetown graduates. Go Hoyas!
With my belly that's growing.
Well, just thinking 7 hours will be done. It's only 5 and a half. 5 hours, 45 minutes. There's no wind either. That's really nice. Yeah, I'm having to. That is perfect.
Being a Hoya starts with what's inside. A drive, a passion, a commitment to something greater than yourself. The experiences we make are the memories we take, animating the spirit that connects each and every one of us. This is your moment. Stop, look inside, and remember why you're here. Each year we come together to celebrate what makes Georgetown special. It can all be found inside our gates, inside our halls, and inside our hearts. Pictures of the past paint the paths to our future. Every step forward is a culmination of your formation. You are here because you were meant to be, supported and driven by a sense of care, and propelled into the world as people for others. As we look forward, take what's inside and let it shine outside. Your impact will be felt far and wide.
afternoon, everyone. Yes, yes. President DeGioia, Dr. Hilton, Dean Sins, faculty and leaders of the school, Sister Celeste, Father Shea, Dr. Polgar-Bailey, our distinguished speaker, honored guests, members of the university, members of the graduating class, family, and friends. As the Dean of the School of Nursing, I welcome you to the 2024 School of Nursing Commencement Ceremony. To begin the ceremony, I would like to ask that you please stand for the national anthem, which will be led by members of the Georgetown University Concert Choir and chamber singers. Thank you, performers. We now welcome Father Shea of the Society of Jesus to the podium to offer the invocation. Please rise.
Good and gracious God, your psalmist sings, "This is the day the Lord has made. Let us be glad and rejoice in it." We thank you, Lord, for these graduates, all they've accomplished, all they will accomplish. We thank you for their families, professors, colleagues, friends who've supported them and who share their happiness today. As we celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates, we ask that you give them ever more grateful and generous hearts. May the values of Georgetown always animate their lives. May they live as people for others, committed to professional excellence, always with care for the whole person as healers, reconcilers, committed to justice, with a special care for those on the margins. Lord, may they always find satisfaction in their profession as they continually grow in competence, wisdom, and grace. Bless them always with peace and with hope. And may this celebration encourage us all. We ask in your holy name. Amen.
Our founder, most revered John Carroll, first Archbishop of Baltimore and first Catholic Bishop of the United States, took legal possession of the land on our hilltop in 1789, and we mark that as our founding date. Our first student, The future North Carolina Congressman William Gaston arrived in 1791, though our first bachelor's degrees were not awarded until 1817. It was in 1815 that with enrollments passing the 100 mark, the college's president, Father John Grassi of the Society of Jesus, asked then Congressman Gaston to present a petition for a federal charter, a document that still today sanctions the academic business we do here. Georgetown's charter, the first federal charter in the history of the Republic, has the additional distinction of having been signed by President James Madison, the father of the United States Constitution. It is our custom to initiate academic ceremonies with a reading of that charter. To discharge that office, I am pleased to introduce Ms. Marie Matson, Secretary of the University.
An act concerning the College of Georgetown in the District of Columbia. Be it enacted by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America in Congress assembled, that it shall and may be lawful for such persons as now are, or from time to time may be, the President and Directors of the College of Georgetown within the District of Columbia, to admit any of the students belonging to said college or other persons meriting academical honors to any degree in the faculties, arts, sciences, and liberal professions to which persons are usually admitted in other colleges and universities of the United States, and to issue in an appropriate form the diplomas or certificates which may be requisite to testify to the admission of such degree. Signed, Langdon Chivas, Speaker of the House of Representatives, John Gaillard, President pro tempore of the Senate. Approved March 1st, 1815, James Madison, President of the United States.
Thank you, Secretary Matson. Again, I want to welcome all of you on behalf of Georgetown University School of Nursing, and I offer my sincere congratulations to all of our graduates and to all of their families and friends who made it possible for them to be here with us today. So congratulations again. Yes. To the graduates of the class of 2024, each of you will not only advance our profession of nursing, but you will also make an indelible mark in promoting humanism and justice in health. Nursing is about improving the health of individuals, families, and communities. We leverage our expert skills and individual and collective power to transform systems of inequality which harms the health of those we partner with in providing care. As nurses, this is our duty. Graduates, you are entering the most trusted profession, and I believe this year is 22 years. This must not be taken lightly. As leaders, it is incumbent on you to use your influence to optimize power towards positive change in all the settings and professional practice roles you will take on. Nursing requires deep resilience, strength, wisdom, and sacrifice. There are times of sadness and times of great joy. As nurses, we are called to make a difference in the lives of those we serve. At Georgetown School of Nursing, our mission statement includes a commitment to advance social justice, dismantle oppressive conditions, promote health equity for all, and shape the future of nursing. This is a heavy lift. We call upon each of you, as our newest graduates, to leverage the knowledge you have gained and the experiences you have lived during your time at Georgetown in ways that advance this mission and make a difference for the profession and our world, a better place for those who will come after you. Congratulations again to you and your family and friends. We are so proud of you and hope you will always see Georgetown University and the School of Nursing as your home. We are honored now to have our special guest this afternoon, Dr. Patricia Polgar-Bailey. She will be presented with the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa. The citation for Dr. Polgar-Bailey will be read by Professor of Nursing and Assistant Program Director of our Adult Gero Acute Care Nurse Practitioner Program, Dr. Lori Bryan.
Hello. Today, Georgetown University recognizes Patricia Polgar-Bailey, a leader in our national nursing community. She is well known for her sustaining contributions to advanced practice nursing education and also for her dedication to a life of service. Patricia Tish Polgar-Bailey reflects the Jesuit spirit of Docendo, Discamus, Discere, Faciendo. By teaching, we learn by doing. She is one of the co-editors of the textbook, Primary Care Interprofessional Collaborative Practice, the seminal book used for over 30 years in advanced practice nursing programs. But in the seminal book used for over 30 years, but Dr. Polgar-Bailey is not only recognized as an educator, but as one who embodies the Jesuit spirit of an ethical and empathetical leader committed to lifelong learning, community engagement, and a life of service. Dr. Polgar-Bailey is a family nurse practitioner in the Charlottesville Free Clinic, providing primary care and psychotherapy to members of our most vulnerable and underserved populations in surrounding communities in Central Virginia. The Free Clinic sees over 2,600 patients annually, resulting in approximately 8,000 visits. She is fluent in Spanish, which allows her to engage with the Latino populations who might otherwise not have access to care. Like so many nurses, Dr. Polgar-Bailey began her education incrementally. She grew up in Western Europe, South America, and Southeast Asia, and as an undergraduate majored in economics and anthropology, in part to help better understand her observations and experiences in the world. Since volunteering in a Vietnamese orphanage while in high school, which proved to be life-changing, Dr. Polgar-Bailey decided to become a nurse, which would provide a direct and tangible way to serve those most in need. Working as a family nurse practitioner with underserved and immigrant populations helped her appreciate the systemic issues that affect the health of individuals and populations. She returned to school to obtain her master's degree in public health in epidemiology, biostatistics, and environmental health at Boston University School of Public Health. Regardless of where she worked, Dr. Polgar-Bailey found that it was very difficult to find mental health resources for her patients, and untreated mental illness invariably affected a person's ability to manage their chronic medical problems. In 2007, Dr. Polgar-Bailey returned to school again for a doctorate in clinical psychology in order to provide the full spectrum of health care so often needed but rarely available for underserved and marginalized populations. In order to be more adequately address people's spiritual needs, she completed a program in spiritual direction and is a graduate of the Living School at the Center of Action and Contemplation in New Mexico. Dr. Polgar-Bailey, embodiment of Georgetown's Cura Personalis, is also noted in this lifetime of work. In addition to her work on the textbook, she has also been involved in research and received awards for teaching and commitment to social welfare. Dr. Polgar-Bailey has been actively involved in foster care and adoption and working with groups on food justice and equity. In recognition of her ethical and empathetic leadership in the national nursing community and commitment to lifelong learning, community engagement, and a life of service, Georgetown University is privileged to bestow upon Patricia Polgar-Bailey the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Congress of the United States and by the Board of Directors of Georgetown University, I officially confer upon Patricia Polgar-Bailey the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa. Congratulations. And it's now my pleasure to present to you Dr. Polgar-Bailey, who will deliver the commencement address.
It is a tremendous honor to have been asked to deliver your commencement address today. Thank you, Dean Waite, President DeGioia, the Board of Trustees, those of you who invited me to deliver the address, and those of you who have made it such a meaningful experience so far. I would like to thank my husband, Cass Bailey, for his unceasing love and support. And finally, I would like to thank you, the class of 2024, for allowing me to share this wonderful day with you. It was in 1966, almost 60 years ago, that the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. was speaking to a press conference in Chicago. King and the officers of the Medical Committee for Human Rights were concerned and speaking out about what they saw as a conspiracy of inaction in civil rights. At that press conference, King said, "Of all the forms of inequality, injustice in health is the most shocking and the most inhuman, because often it results in physical death." Although some things have changed since 1966, and the health and well-being of some communities has improved, this rings as true today as it did then. Shocking health disparities continue to exist by gender, geography, socioeconomic status, ethnicity, and other factors. And in some instances, those disparities have grown. According to the World Health Organization's recent health disparities report, the rate of some uninsured populations in the U.S. is 24 times higher than that of white populations in the District of Columbia. Black infants continue to have the highest infant mortality rate in the nation, 2.5 times higher than that of the next closest group. Adults with less than a high school education have a rate of mental distress that is 123% higher than those of college graduates, but are also much less likely to have health insurance and be able to afford mental health care. Disparities in maternal mortality and food insecurity have increased in recent years. Researchers at Harvard Medical School and the City University of New York's Hunter College recently analyzed federal surveys on health insurance coverage and found that the number of uninsured Americans increased by roughly 2.3 million in the 4 years prior to the pandemic, resulting in as many as 25,000 deaths attributed to lack of insurance coverage before the COVID-19 pandemic. And this undoubtedly increased significantly during the pandemic. According to the Health Disparities Report, the COVID-19 pandemic did not create these disparities, but rather exposed and exacerbated long-standing health inequities in the U.S. How can this still be the case in 2024 when we have been aware of these injustices for decades? Is there hope that things will ever change? And what can we, you and I, do to make a difference? I think one of the core tenets and values of Georgetown University, cura personalis, is a helpful place to start. Cura personalis has been described as a profound care for the whole person and their unique circumstances, gifts, and possibilities. But it seems to me, often in contrast to cura personalis, we begin with universal philosophies, ideas, and abstractions. For example, I think most people would agree that everyone deserves quality health care. But when we begin with universal principles, it is often hard to get back to the particular. There is always a reason why this patient or that situation cannot be provided with the care that is needed or be treated with the dignity and respect they deserve. But when we start with the particular, the patient we are with, in that moment, and we respect and love that particular patient, recognizing both their circumstances, their struggles, and their gifts and uniqueness, cura personalis, then we have a doorway to the universal. I don't mean love in the romantic sense, but love in the sense of deep empathy for that individual's experience. Love in the sense of eliminating the judgment that we often have about another, a sense of judgment that often leads to feelings of separation and isolation and othering. If we are able to be honest about our judgments, recognize them for what they are, and work to let go of them, or at least allowing them less influence over how we practice, then we are able to respect and genuinely care for that one particular patient who is in front of us. And then we have a doorway to the universal. Richard Rohr, one of my teachers in the Living School at the Center for Action and Contemplation, would say to us, get it in that one ordinary, concrete moment, struggle with it, resist it, fall in love with it there, and then we can experience its transformative power. The theologian Walter Brueggemann referred to this idea as the scandal of the particular. Scandal because of its ordinariness. Get it in that one ordinary moment with a single patient or person, and then you realize that what is true in one place is true everywhere. Experience in that one ordinary moment with another individual that what connects you is so much more important than any of your differences. Realize in that one moment that their life is as beautiful and worthy of respect and dignity as yours or anyone else's. Struggle with it there, resist it there, but eventually fall in love with that person there with you, and you come to understand that what is true in one place is true everywhere. Why is this important? The obvious answer is that it will influence how you provide care. But just as important, and probably even more important, is that it will change you. As we allow ourselves to be affected by what affects our patients, we are changed. It is only then that we are able to love our neighbors as ourselves, because we realize that they are us and we are them, and that what connects us is so much more important than what divides us. Despite the social pressure, and I would say particularly in the West, to define ourselves in terms of our uniqueness and our differences, we must be mindful of our deep and inherent collective connections with one another, regardless of social class, ethnic group, country of origin, language, or political or religious beliefs. As Desmond Tutu said shortly before he died, we are all connected. What unites us is our common humanity. As Tutu said, I don't want to oversimplify things, but the suffering of a mother who has lost her child is not dependent on nationality, ethnicity, or religion. White, black, rich, poor, Christian, Muslim, or Jew, pain is pain, joy is joy. As healthcare providers, we have the resources we need including the education you have received here at Georgetown, to respond to the suffering of the patients and the communities you interact with, and in that process, enhance their healing. In order to do that well, I would like to suggest a few things for you to think about as you embark on this next chapter of your life. First, how is each of us going to show up? I would like to suggest to you that every interaction that you have with any individual, be it with a family or a patient or a family member or another member of the team that you work with, is sacred. There are no unimportant moments. Every moment and every interaction has the power to be transformative. I recently received an email from a young woman that I had seen once, 3.5 years ago, November 2020, so we were well into the pandemic at that point. I remember her well. She was a walk-in, in other words, an unscheduled patient during an already very busy day at the Charlottesville Free Clinic where I work. I remember seeing on the schedule that the chief complaint was abdominal pain, and I remember wishing that it could have been any other complaint, since, as you know, abdominal pain can be anything from the benign to the really serious. And I was already feeling tired and concerned that I wouldn't have the time that I needed or wanted. The visit was relatively brief, and I called her later that week to see how she was doing. I didn't hear from her again until this past March, when I received an email from her, part of which I will share with you. She wrote, "Hi Tish, I'm sure you won't remember me, but during the pandemic, I came into the clinic with severe abdominal pain, and you worked with me to find treatment. I first wanted a chance to thank you for helping me through a chaotic and traumatic period of my life. I wanted to let you know that my physical condition is much improved, and that your impact on my life is something that I've carried through many discouraging and chaotic moments over the years. Thank you with all my heart." I don't share that with you because I think I'm a wonderful provider. I've made my share of mistakes. I have not always been as attentive as I could have been, and I haven't always listened as well as I should have. I share that with you because it is a reminder to me that we never know the impact that an interaction can have or the opportunity to make a difference, and in what way. There really are no ordinary moments. It's paradoxical. Every ordinary moment has the potential to be anything but ordinary. Second, remember that you have what you need to do the work you have been given to do. We are always going to be faced with cases and situations that perplex us. I think the temptation when this occurs, when we don't know what to do, is to do more of what we know. And it seems to me often that in healthcare, this means ordering more tests and drawing more labs and making referrals, and sometimes that is warranted. But I would encourage you to slow down. Remember that you have the resources you need for most situations, the knowledge and the skills and the gifts, and listen. Listen to what your patient is telling you. Listen to what they may not be saying. Perhaps what they need most is care and compassion and to be treated with dignity and respect. Sometimes what they need is for someone to believe in them and for hope. Many of the patients that I see have histories of trauma and continue to experience lives of tremendous hardship and struggle. I often think of a phrase that has been attributed to C.S. Lewis as well as others. We can't change the beginning, but we can start where we are and help change the ending. We can't change the trauma and difficulties that many of our patients have experienced, but we can start where we are and help our patients believe that they can rewrite a different rest of the story. Often it just takes one person to really believe in them, to help them find a way through, someone else to reinforce that there is hope and that something different is possible. Third, allow yourself to be affected by your experiences with patients, their families, their communities, and the healthcare system. Unless we allow ourselves to be affected by what we see and hear and experience, we won't be changed. I remember being exactly where you are now, eager for the opportunity to make a difference. And I am grateful for the opportunities where I've been able to do that. But I know that I have changed the most as the result of the work that I have done. I am a better person now than when I first graduated as a nurse. Better in the sense that I'm more the person I believe I was created to be. A little less judgmental, more compassionate, and more empathic. But in order to be changed, we have to allow ourselves to be affected by the work we are doing and the stories that we hear. There will always be pressure to move on to the next patient and the next. Please resist the subtle and sometimes not so subtle pressure not to feel, not to be deeply affected, to get everything done as quickly and efficiently as possible and to move on. As Jim Finley, another of my living school teachers, would often say, we're skimming over the depths of our lives. We're suffering from depth deprivation. What is regrettable is that God's unexplainable oneness, and I would add our oneness with each other, is hidden in the depths over which we are skimming. Please resist the pressure to skim. In many of my graduate programs, there was an emphasis on maintaining boundaries, and that is important. But maintaining boundaries is not the same as not allowing yourself to be deeply touched and moved by the people and the situations that you encounter and the stories that you hear. Until we allow ourselves to be deeply affected by what affects our patients and their communities, we will never be sufficiently moved to work for systemic change and to respond to the crises of injustice and oppression. Remember the scandal of the particular and cura personalis. Until we get it in that one moment and see the whole person in front of us, we won't be able to respond fully to the larger, ongoing crises in healthcare. Fourth, figure out what brings you joy, cultivate it, and make it a regular part of your life. What we do is hard. If we do our job well, we will encounter, experience, and share in a lot of suffering. Sometimes that suffering can feel overwhelming and suffocating. Someone once told me that joy is the oxygen in life. Just as we need oxygen to keep on breathing and living, so we need joy to stay passionate about the work that we are called to do. Desmond Tutu said, "Discovering more joy does not save us from the inevitability of hardship and heartbreak. In fact, we may cry more easily, but we will laugh more easily too. Perhaps we are just more alive. Yet, as we discover more joy, we can face suffering in a way that ennobles rather than embitters. We have hardship without becoming hard. We have heartbreaks without being broken." Finally, do not lose heart. I will share something that Clarissa Estes Pincolas, a writer and psychologist, wrote in an original letter entitled "Letter to a Young Activist During Troubled Times," because I think it applies to all of us doing this work. She wrote, "Do not lose heart. We, all of you, were made for these times. I have heard from so many recently who are deeply and properly bewildered. They are concerned about the state of affairs in our world right now. Abject disregard for what the soul finds most precious and irreplaceable, and the corruption of the principled ideals have become, in some large societal arenas, the new normal. Ours is a time of almost daily, jaw-dropping astonishment and righteous rage over the latest degradations of what matters most to civilized people. Yet I urge you, ask you, gentle you, to please not spend your spirit dry by bewailing these difficult times. Especially, do not lose hope. most particularly because the fact is we, all of you, were made for these times. For years, you have been learning, practicing, been in training for, and just waiting to meet on this exact plane of engagement. I cannot tell you often enough that you are definitely the leaders that we have been waiting for, and that you have been raised for this time precisely. Class of 2024, please remember, there are no ordinary moments. Every interaction is sacred. You have everything you need. Resist the temptation to skim over the depths of your life, cultivate joy, and do not lose heart. Finally, I will leave you with a blessing by Stephen Charleston, a Choctaw elder and former Episcopal Bishop of Alaska. All we need is within us: wisdom, courage, love. They were all placed there from the very beginning of our lives, stored away for such a day as this. Strength and insight, faith and vision, kindness and compassion. Everything we need to survive, to overcome, to grow. These traits have been prepared for us, entrusted to us. You have been chosen to be who you are, not as an accident, but not as an existence without purpose, but as a self-aware soul brought to life by a spirit who knows your name. You have a mission to carry out, a message to send, a blessing to bestow. You are the only one who can live your life. You are entrusted with a corner of the universe. You are a stakeholder in creation, selected for a task that only you can complete. Congratulations, class of 2024.
Thank you, Dr. Polgar-Bailey, for sharing your experiences, your wisdom, and advice with all of us. I now invite Dean Sins from the Graduate School of Arts and Sciences to the podium to begin the presentation of doctorate degree candidates.
President DeGioia, I have the honor to present the following candidates for the degree of Doctor of Nurse Anesthesia Practice. Dr. Dole, the Vice Dean of Academic Affairs, will read the names of the candidates. Dr. Slota will assist Dean Waite with the presentation of the diploma schools. Students will receive their hoods from Dr. Bowman-Dally and Dr. Horvath. While we are committed to freedom of expression, as you walk across the stage, we ask you to respect this event and the experience of your classmates and their families. Thank you for respecting your classmates in the audience.
David Allen. Hannah Bulick. Norman Chow. Haley Claudito. Caitlin Colleton. Larissa Ann De Leon. Robert Duke. Damian Eisenbacher. Colleen Farley. Jacqueline Hayward. James Hersey. Emily Karsh. Taryn Lee Kelly. Aaron Clemcheron. Sei Kodali. Jordan Krinsky. Kristen Lukovic. Patrick Metke. Grace Catherine Moore. Kayla Nanla. Allison Nugent. Pinot Putel. Harmony Pham. Lisa Jacine Ranit. Caitlin Roberts. Mallory Rossi. Madeline Schaefer. Devin Tori Severance. Jamie Spinella. Jenna Spinella. Julia Trainer. Christina Ann Wald. Vanisha Hajtesh Amin. Jocelyn Butai. Clarissa Berry. Pamela Brasher. Amy Christine Bronick. Tiana Baduga. Barbara Ann Kane. Sherry Gray Cass. Catherine Dolores Daly. Susan Michelle Engelbert. Elaine Misa Ewing. Luis Enrique Farfan Medina. Olivia Favela Gary. Stasia Lynn Fridley. Christopher Hampton. Jaquisha Leatherman. Brenda Liu. Farwa Mateen. Maria Munoz. Purvi Patel. Julie Ann Kamen Reinhardt. Cassidy Paige Hansen Rismon. Jamila Roberts. Andrea Maria Rosa. Srada Sharma. Carrie Ann Smith. Laura Sullivan. Rosemary Ward.
President DeGioia, I have the honor to present the following candidates for the degree of Master of Science, Adult Gerontology, Acute Care Nurse Practitioner. Dr. Dole will read the names of the candidates. Dr. Bowman-Dally will assist Dean Waite with the presentation of the diploma scrolls. Students will receive their hoods from Dr. Tierney and Dr. Bryan.
Karen Julie Belmudez. Laura Anderman Berry. Noor Bukuber Bantz. Emily Stevenson Brunkhorst.
Go Emily!
Ashlyn Clark. Brandy Lynn Dees. Susan Flint. Beth Haftoglu. Winifred Dons Hogan. Inez Uli Lafave. Brittany Lyon. Carla Mariano. Susan Angelica Muse. Gabriela Nunez Pianchetti. Allison Piltz. Kirsten Rainey. Emily Tartkarov. Alexandria Victoria Torres. Lanika Antoinette Tucker. Jordan Vaughn. Emily Ward. Kayla Marilyn Zemevsky.
President DeGioia, I have the honor to present the following candidates for the degree of Master of Science, Clinical Nurse Practitioner. Dr. Dole will read the names of the candidates. Dr. Bowman-Dally will assist Dean Waite with the presentation of diploma scrolls. Students will receive their hoods from Dr. Vitone and Dr. Davis.
Jennifer Alves. Ayana Bartley. Ashley Delpha Buchakian. Samantha Rose Karachi. Brianna Ashayla Dusan. Lori Leah Garcia. Hijin Jun. Shannon O'Sullivan Johnson. Sarah Elizabeth McLean. Delayla Milam. Rachel Morris. Leslie Nkien. Michaela Rush. Am I done?
President DeGioia, I have the honor to present the following candidates for the degree of Master of Science, Family Nurse Practitioner. Matt Lebrasser, Assistant Dean of Student and Academic Affairs, will read the names of the candidates. Dr. Bowman-Dally will assist Dean Waite with the presentation of the diploma scrolls. Students will receive their hoods from Dr. Barton Maxwell and Dr. Oggress.
Claire Elizabeth Abel. Dorcas Asante. Linda Tucker Back. Allison Bakewell. Caroline Baptista. Colleen Coslet Walker Behringer. Brianna Domenica Bebalacqua. Caroline Coyle. Brooke Nicole Kionel. Shamiso Chitamambria. Alexa Maria De Peso. Shannon Flynn. My apologies. Casey Fewer. Hazel Galarza. Nicole Galindez Rodriguez. Yuna Ha. Safia Luisa Hussein. Elizabeta Teresa Impagliazzo. Juliana Kadar. Kathleen Kirin. Nicole Patricia Lawyer. Holly Emma Margiram. Shanana Mastriangelo. Lakeisha Dawn Miller. Logan Alexandra Nailsnick. Sarah Nelson. Caroline Elizabeth Patton. Crystal Peters. Nicholas Poretta. Rachel Rojas. Alexander Ruker. Wendy Shaw. Michaela Smith. Mallory Spiritos. Carrie Swanson. Shannon Veraslin. Gochiwa Vawong. Lauren Watts. Alisa Wagner. Morgan Amelia Wells. Jennifer Lynn Wolf. Rebecca Sue Woods.
President DeGioia, I have the honor to present the following candidates for the degree of Master of Science, Nurse Midwifery, Women's Health Nurse Practitioner, and Women's Health Nurse Practitioner program. Matt LeBrasser will read the names of the candidates. Dr. Bowman-Dally will assist Dean Waite with the presentation of the diploma scrolls, and students will receive their hoods from Dr. Escobar and Dr. Bradford.
Mesa Abude. Mackenzie Bailey. Sabrina Birch. Riley Can. Elise Gail Kaleros. Victoria Carlson. Tamika Carter Parker. Mackenzie Grace Chasteen. Allison Payun Chung. Jasmine Dranae Cook. Elise Corasanti. Jamie Cornelius Lynn Dapper. Elena D. Bruin. Daniela Del Preet. Aaliyah Debji Bokas. Kendra Hack Durenzno. Jennifer Joy Dunning. Heather Farisi. Sarah Flick. Gabrielle Gale. Riley Tate Forker. Shantae Marie Gagnon. Shannon DeGrea. Mackenzie Garvey. Rebecca Kirby Gibble. Elizabeth Griffin. Leanne Haddad. Misty Lee Head. Isabel McGee Hayden. Krista Junkins. Kaylee Kelly. Sarah Hall Lankford. Kathleen Lampomere. Cassidy Lisher. Stacy Jean Losey. Molly Lee Lunsford. Caroline Mays. India Andrea Marshall. Brooklyn Chelsea Mays. Caitlin McMahon. Ayad Adel Mosin. Samira Mortabazi. Claire O'Halloran. Catherine O'Reilly. Amber Adigan. Tradisha Pendletron. Eve Petchka. Mallory Ricketts. Sina Schwartz. Michaela Camise Schwartzmiller. Krista Lee Smith. Cheyenne St. Paul. Rashida Olivia Staples Lambert. Abigail Ray Storto. Allie Tate. Evelyn Ann Taylor. Taylor Ray Voss. Katrina Vutsinas. Kimberly Wagley. Emily Western. Emma Provost. Emily Windle. Ariana Zarbininian. Jessica Zimmerman.
On behalf of the Graduate School of Arts and Sciences, let me offer my congratulations to all of the graduates. I now call Dean Waite to the podium to present the degree of Bachelor of Science at Georgetown.
WHMP, Women's Health Nurse Practitioner.
Okay. My apologies. President DeGioia, I'll congratulate you all in a minute again, but my apologies. President DeGioia, I have the honor to present the following candidates for the degree of Master of Science, Nurse Midwifery, Women's Health Nurse Practitioner, and Women's Health Nurse Practitioner programs. Matt LeBrasser will read the names of the candidates. Dr. Bowman-Dally will assist Dean Waite with the presentation of the diploma scrolls. Students will receive their hoods from Dr. Escobar and Dr. Bradford. That's not right?
Is Women's Health Nurse Practitioner.
I'm just reading what's... Okay. Dr. DeGioia, I have the honor to present the following candidates for the degree of Master of Women's Health Nurse Practitioner.
Silamowitz Abegaz. Emily Ann Geddes. Catherine Mary Keniston. Tessa Rose Eileen Lee. Maddie Mahoney. Morgan Schweers Weidenhouse.
And now I can say, on behalf of the Graduate School of Arts and Sciences, congratulations to all of the candidates in master's and PhD and doctoral programs.
President DeGioia, I have the honor to present the following candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Matt LeBrasser will read the names of the candidates, and Dr. Bowman-Dally will assist me with the presentation of the scrolls.
Diana Tran. Hannah Ajibola. Emily Waters Arnold. Kelly Anastasia Brinkman. Haley Layton Culp. Sarah Catherine Fairbank. Julia Ferrante. Madeline Marie Flynn. Audrey Fung. Andrea Isabella Gasca. Kendall Angel Griffith. Margaret Sung Hee Kim. Abigail Rose Marco. Jillian Mars. Christine Mauvais. Alexandra Meager. Noah Babala Money. Sabrina Nawara. Emily Alice Panarella. Ryan Francis Sameway. Kyria Smith. Francesca Thilifilu. Akua Yaboa.
Will all of the doctoral candidates of the class of 2024 please rise? They celebrate. President DeGioia, I have the honor to present to you the aforementioned candidates for the degree of Doctor of Nurse and Anesthesia Practice and Doctor of Nursing Practice. These students have been duly examined, recommended by the faculty, and approved by the Board of Directors. I therefore ask that you bestow upon them the degrees in course.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Congress of the United States and by the Board of Directors of Georgetown University, I officially confer upon these candidates the degree of Doctor of Nurse Anesthesia Practice and the Doctor of Nursing Practice. Congratulations.
I now ask that all of the master's candidates of the class of 2024 please rise. President DeGioia, I have the honor to present to you the aforementioned candidates for the degree of Master of Science. These students have been duly examined, recommended by faculty, and approved by the Board of Directors. I therefore ask that you bestow upon them the degree in course.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Congress of the United States and by the Board of Directors of Georgetown University, I officially confer upon these candidates the degree of Master of Science. Congratulations.
Thank you. Will all the bachelor's candidates for the class of 2024 please rise? President DeGioia, I have the honor to present to you the aforementioned candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing. These students have been duly examined, recommended by faculty, and approved by the Board of Directors. I therefore ask that you bestow upon them the degrees in course.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Congress of the United States and by the Board of Directors of Georgetown University, I officially confer upon these candidates the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Congratulations.
I see tears of joy in the audience. I now invite the faculty, family, and friends of the graduates to join me in congratulating all of the graduates in their achievements. And we have to do this in turn, graduates. And now, graduates, please join me in one more round of applause to thank your family and friends and instructors for the support and encouragement that they have provided you to get you to where you are. Thank you. It is now my honor to invite the 48th president of Georgetown University, Dr. John J. DeGioia, to offer closing reflections.
Well, good afternoon. It's a privilege to be here with all of you. Commencement is such a special moment in the life of our university community. And a special word of gratitude to our commencement speaker, Dr. Polgar-Bailey. I want to thank you for being with us to share your insights with our graduates. You've made this very special day that much more special with your presence. Thank you. Dean Waite, we're deeply grateful to you for your leadership of our School of Nursing. To our faculty and staff colleagues whose efforts every day have sustained the work of our community, thank you. To the families, loved ones who have accompanied our students on their journeys, we're honored by your presence. This class is a testament to you, the families, loved ones, communities that they call home. And to our graduates, congratulations. This is your day, a celebration of all that you've accomplished, a day to honor the time that we've shared together as a university community. A community brings all this to life. We're always seeking, always striving to build a community that sustains the mission of our work together. How do we form community? What does it look like to share in a common project? What does it mean to be members of a community, members of this community? 4 years ago, in the fall of 2020, at a time of great challenge in our world, we received an extraordinary gift, a deeper vocabulary to describe our work, the community that we seek to foster here. We were, as you'll remember, in the midst of a global pandemic. All of us were seeking to understand what it meant to be connected to one another, what community could feel like, how we could support one another and support our commitment to the common good at a time of significant uncertainty in our world. It was in October of that year when Pope Francis shared a set of reflections and a special letter which he called Fratelli Tutti, on fraternity and social friendship. In it, he sought to address what it means to be a part of a common project, what it means to live in community, the responsibility and the gift that comes from sharing our lives with one another. He described the need to embrace, in his words, a culture of encounter capable of transcending our differences and divisions, a society where differences coexist, complementing, enriching, and illuminating one another. Each of us, he wrote, and I quote, can learn something from others. To speak of a culture of encounter means that we, as a people, should be passionate about meeting others, seeking points of contact, building bridges, planning a project that includes everyone. Close quote. I can imagine no better way of describing our community's way of life. I can imagine no better calling in this moment than in committing ourselves in building and sustaining such a community. These months, years since you first arrived at Georgetown have introduced new challenges, profound and urgent challenges that at times can feel overwhelming and intractable. In community, together, we can imagine and realize new ways to care for one another and to care for those in our world who so desperately need our engagement. As you reach this next stage, you carry this community, this way of life with you. May this be a source of consolation for you. May you always be reminded of your membership here in this university community. Today, with this commencement, you embark on the next stage of your journeys. It's an honor for all of us to share this moment with you. Congratulations.
Graduates, today you join the community of alumni of Georgetown University. Georgetown's colors, adopted in the aftermath of the Civil War, symbolize this community's commitment then and now to healing, reconciliation, inclusion, and hope. And they figure prominently in Georgetown's alma mater, which I ask you to rise and join us in singing. The alma mater will be led by the members of the Georgetown University Concert Choir and Chamber Singers. The lyrics are also in music are printed in the back of the commencement program book. We now welcome Sister Celeste of the Sisters of St. Joseph to the podium to offer benediction. Please remain standing.
Class of 2024, congratulations, and thank you for all you have given to this university over the past few years. We rejoice in your academic excellence and the energy you have poured out as you embraced the challenges of each day. Let us now pray a blessing in the faith tradition that speaks best within your hearts. God of overflowing abundance, endow the hearts of these graduates with compassion and understanding. May they see in what they do the sacredness of their calling. Give to their hands the skill and expertise that they will need to be healers of pain, especially when they doubt themselves and the gifts they bring. Open their ears, that they may hold each story reverently, as if it was the only one they will hear. May they build diversity in community wherever they go. Speak words of hope through their lips. May they be a haven for the frightened and never tire of being a courageous advocate for those in greatest need. Empower them to walk into the future with a deep commitment to live the Jesuit values that we hold so dearly. May they remain forever the important part of our Hoya community that they are today. Graduates, go out with a spirit of adventure and joy at the excitement of a new beginning. God's grace be with you. God's grace be with us all. And to this we say, Amen.
Thank you, Sister Celeste. Please remain standing in your places until the academic procession has recessed. The university will hold the McDonough School of Business commencement on Healy Lawn in approximately 1 hour. Out of consideration for those graduates, their guests, we ask that you leave this area with decorum, but also with a little bit of speed so that the seats and the stage can be reset for the next event. The 2024 commencement exercises for the school are now officially closed. Congratulations, graduates of 2024.
Oh, the last, 19? 19. 19. That's short.
Conductor? Yeah, conductor. Yes, with our conductor.